and the #1 movie in the country was called Ass. And that's all it was for 90 minutes. It won 8 Oscars that year.
Hello and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washuk.
I'm Garrett Loberg.
And this is Movie Lowdown for the week of August 5th, 2019.
Hey, it rained a few times this week. It wasn't as hot, but it's humid as fudge.
Yes, for real.
Yes,
it's so hot out there.
Yes.
Got a hydro flask now. No longer using water bottles.
Did you put all those on in one day?
Yeah. I got them from my coworker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He buys like $200 stickers, or 200 count stickers on Amazon.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, you know, with all that said, let's get right into the news. This week we got quite a bit of news.
Yeah.
Some stuff happened this week, and got a lot of really...
A little more exciting this week.
Yeah, last week was a little dull. So, starting up, we got some Marvel news. Not Marvel cinematic news. Sony. Unless, Marvel decides to, break the mold and ask Sony for Venom. Venom has finally inked their new director, which we have Andy Serkis, which we talked about a few weeks ago.
We talked about last week and the week before.
Mm-hmm. So it's nice to see that come to fruition. We were talking about last week. He got that award
for CGI,
and I think that honestly doesn't pave the way of him getting this movie.
Not at all.
But I think it helps.
Yeah,
it certainly helps. And in my own opinion, Andy Serkis doing this movie, good idea. We're not going to do good idea, bad idea this week. We're going to pepper it in the middle of our show. Yeah. So, but I'm interested to see where he takes this. I wonder if there's going to be more CGI characters.
Most likely because they're probably going to have Carnage.
Oh, yeah.
They hinted at Carnage. But I don't know if, what's his face is going to be in it?
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to pay for him to be in it.
I would love to see him in it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the biggest part is I'd love to just see him as Carnage the whole time instead of Woody Harrelson. I'd love to hear him voice it. He's done really good lately with especially, I'm excited to see Zombieland 2.
Yeah.
He looks really funny in that. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to see how he does and if he wants to actually play the part still. And it's going to also be weird to have another person play him.
I mean, yeah. If that, then they might have another villain.
Yeah.
Another person to go after. I don't know who. But I'm excited.
Yeah. So that's... thankfully, our Marvel news for the week.
Yeah.
Next up, Sad Reacts Only. Angry Birds 2 has topped the highest rating
on Rotten Tomatoes for a video game movie. It beat up Detective Pikachu, which is at a 68%, which was the highest.
Yep.
And Angry Birds right now, as I just checked about 10 minutes ago, it's at 81%. How? Is it higher than the first one?
You know what? They might have added more comedy into it.
Yeah.
The first one was kind of stupid. I saw it.
Yeah.
Not by
choice.
I just was. It was actually. Well, no, it was actually on FX, and I was like watching it, and like none of the other channels were working, and I was like, oh, well, FX is all I got, and I got a movie I want to watch. So, but yeah, I mean. The bar was pretty high for it to go up. So,
that's true. It's just crazy that 99% of all video game movies aren't doing good.
And the thing that bugs me is that it isn't technically a video game. There's lore to it. It's a cell phone game.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah. So
which I don't know anyone that talks about Angry Birds anymore.
No, and
with the kids, I think it's mostly Fortnite.
Yeah, and to be honest, that was what almost
9 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, Angry Birds. Here's an Angry Bird to you.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll get into our Disney movie news next. Well, you know what? What we love here at Movie Lowdown is movie remakes, and guess what? Disney just keeps dishing them to us.
Yeah.
Come on, just feed them to us, baby. Keep feeding them to us. What are they remaking?
All right, they're remaking Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
They're remaking Cheaper by the Dozen.
Mm-hmm.
They're remaking Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
And Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum. I thought that was the end of it after the third one.
So, yeah, that's what's going on at Disney. There's a lot more stuff, but I just want to say that can we really come up with something original? And I know we hone this in each week, but it's just to the point now where it was like a joke at first, and now it just feels like it's becoming even more and more realistic that it's going to be only remakes that they're going to do. And it's sad that people keep reacting the way they do. They keep liking nostalgia. Them. Yep, and that's the sad part about it. But also I want to talk about Disney Plus. Yes. Disney Plus has got big a lot moves. Going in there. Why don't you go? I know you know this a little bit better.
Okay. So first off, Disney Plus is slated to come out November 16th, I believe. November 12th of this year. And they just said in a conference for their quarterly that we got the information from, the Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and it was all from the same event, that they're going to have 7,500 TV episodes and 400 movies at launch.
And they have an arsenal now that they bought Fox. They can put a lot of that stuff into that, but still, it's just a lot. That is 7,500. Can you imagine how many hours that is if they're 20 minutes a piece?
Yeah. So if you want to watch every show, good luck.
Ever, yeah. Get Disney Plus.
Which also is higher than what Netflix has right now, which is crazy.
Yeah. And they're definitely going to scrape them out.
And then speaking of that, they also stated they're going to have a bundle, which is going to come with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN for $12.99.
Yep.
Talk about a family plan right there. Mm-hmm. That just sinks in the deal right there.
It's funny though, because we were talking about that a couple weeks ago too. We were like, what are they going to price that at? And we said $12.99 is probably going to be their target for that.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
that's still a great deal. You get 3 services. Mm-hmm. Granted, Hulu has ads, but that's fine. Their ads aren't that bad. No. Honestly, it's shorter than what they have on TV.
No.
And then ESPN, that's a winner right there. The dad's going to like that. That's a family plan,
Yeah, exactly. So it's looking good for Disney Plus. It's looking good for Disney. Their bar just keeps going up.
I know.
I will talk about that it was funny though. I read an article that their executives are not happy with the amount of money they brought in, even though they bought it. Oh, there we go. They brought in $7 billion or $4 billion, I believe, alone with their Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, and then also I think it was $7 billion last year.
Yeah. So I laughed that their executives are like, "You're not making enough money." It's like, okay, well let's make Avengers every year then,
right?
And so this is coming from all their franchises that are like Lion King, all their original ones,
the live actions.
Yeah. So. But one thing that we're not going to see is they did scrap the productions of the Fox Entertainment Group that they picked up. The only ones they didn't scratch was, I want to say...
Avatar, and Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, yeah. There was another one in there, but I can't remember. But yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure there's quite a bit of projects that they were working on, but they didn't see money behind it.
Nope. And... They have their own nostalgia stuff they got to work on.
Exactly.
How do you think? I didn't see it, read it in there, but how do you think about Alien? Do you think that's going to scrap any Alien projects?
Yeah,
obviously,
because there should have been a third Alien.
Mm-hmm. Prometheus, that
franchise.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was actually going to happen. That was just rumors.
Yeah.
But you would think there would be a third one after that second one.
And they might just be saving that. Watch, with the way that we've been doing news, it's probably going to come out next week that they're starting it.
I know.
That'll be...
But they lost money. They lost $170 million.
And that's production or operation loss.
Yeah.
Which they think...
Fox lost this.
Yeah, Fox did. Which they think it is to Dark Phoenix. I mean, think about how many reshoots they did for that movie.
Yeah.
And how...
Reshoots, and also it didn't do too well in the box office.
Yep. And makes sense that they lost some money on that because, I'm sure it's not only Dark Phoenix, but I believe that Dark Phoenix was something that really took out of it.
And also good for the people that made that movie because now... they don't have to worry about getting their jobs because they already lost their jobs.
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about it at all. They got it.
They're like, have fun.
So yeah, the sad news for Fox. We already knew that there was going to be a lot of problems.
Yeah, with the merger.
Yep, and this just shows that they're trying to cut the fat. and whether they need to or not, it's up to debate. But
obviously they're just gonna keep the big names.
Yep.
It sounds like. Speaking of big names, we got the Double D's, the David. Forgot their full names, but I always refer to them as Double D's. The creators of Game of Thrones is going to Netflix.
Yep.
They are going for $200 million. They beat out Amazon and Hulu, or Amazon and Disney bids. So we thought they were going to go to Disney, but sure enough, Netflix took them.
You know what I think, and this is my theory on this, is that Disney would not let them. They probably want to do some more bloody stuff, more maybe medieval stuff, maybe stuff that has war in it. And Disney probably didn't want to do something like that.
It could be that too.
That's my opinion on it.
So they probably went to who had
Netflix.
less creative bars.
Yeah, because I mean Netflix, you can really do anything you want at this point right now.
Honestly, even for comedians, they say that Netflix doesn't tell them anything. They're just like, have fun.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that I wonder if this was a ploy to get more people to join Netflix and get them back in, pull them back in, reel them back in.
Because there's a shit ton of HBO fans that are fans of Game of Thrones that have Netflix. So.
Well, and most of those people probably canceled HBO and went
still have
to Netflix.
Or still have it.
Yeah, or still have it. So I think that was just a draw in to get them more viewers, and that's just my opinion on it. They might come out and say like, hey, we really decided that this was, the best way to go, or it was more profitable. In my opinion, I think it's more profitable.
Because Netflix needs something, and that just helped them out a lot.
Exactly.
I think.
So, and then second to last up on our movie news, we've got Who Joined That Movie?
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
A lot of you reacted to this on our page, and it was really cool to see. We have Wesley Snipes and James Earl Jones are going to be joining Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America 2 with Eddie Murphy.
Okay, because I didn't know if they were going to, not remake it, but, extend on to that storyline.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sequel.
Cool. That's... it's funny. I think I've seen that movie twice, and I've never really just watched it.
Same. I mean, it's a classic.
It is.
Yeah.
I've never sat down and watched it. I just know Eddie Murphy was really funny in it. Oh yeah. So, I know that was it James Earl Jones in the?
Yeah, he was the king.
That's right. He was. Okay. Yep. And Wesley Snipes, was he in it as well?
No, I don't think so.
So maybe he's just playing. Okay. Garrett
and
TJ.
they're adding. Oh, on top of that, I saw they're adding Rick Ross too.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be interesting.
I guarantee you that I have this feeling that Wesley Snipes is going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or not there's not really a villain.
Maybe the rival family.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Since he comes from an African family.
Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. I'm really excited that Eddie Murphy's actually going to be doing a movie again. He hasn't done anything for a while. Insert clip of the Clumps.
Ernie, have some of this ambrosia.
I don't even like ambrosia.
Don't tell me you don't like ambrosia. You had some before and you liked it.
The Clumps and also Daddy Daycare.
Oh, yeah. So, maybe David Spade will be in it.
Yeah.
All right. And last and always least, we've got
the golden shit of the week!
Oh man, we haven't done this in a while. TJ, I'll let you do the honors, buddy.
So, we haven't talked about this company in a while.
Our favorite shit stick.
If you guys haven't guessed by now, MoviePass. They are back in the news, and they're doing bad shit once again.
Yep.
So this is pretty messed up. They changed the passwords on some of their members' accounts. So it basically locked them out of their accounts. That way they couldn't use their service.
Yep. Have you seen the Fire Festival?
The documentary?
Yeah. Any of them? Either of them?
Well, yeah, I saw the Internet Historian one, the YouTube one. But
yeah.
I haven't seen the Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, the Netflix one, I saw that one. I don't have Hulu right now. But the Netflix one was really eye-opening to what these people do to start these companies up. And how... I mean, it wasn't a company for the Fire Festival. But seeing MoviePass and the way it's progressed, I almost see a documentary about them eventually and how much they've screwed over the industry and how unstable they were and how all these other companies are starting to do the same thing MoviePass did, and succeeding with it because they were smart and they did it where they couldn't lose money ridiculously.
Exactly. So, MoviePass has basically lost money from the get-go, right?
Oh, yeah.
But these other companies, they already had established theaters, because it's mostly theaters that are setting this up.
So they don't get
they don't
gain or lose any money out of it. I mean, they might lose some money, but what they're going to get is their money back in concessions, which they have to go to their place to go each week.
Yeah.
So,
and speaking of concessions, I saw a email from AMC stating that you could win a year's worth of popcorn. However, they have the worst popcorn.
Yeah, when we went and saw, what did we see? We saw Endgame there.
Oh yeah, Endgame.
Endgame, and it was like eating cardboard.
Yeah, it was.
It really was. I mean, I threw salt on that, and it even tasted like cardboard. So, yeah, no.
But yeah, MoviePass.
MoviePass is just it's been really, like, since we started this podcast / show. I mean, they've been beaten down, and it's really sad to see this because
we were betting on them being finished by now, you know.
Yeah, and you know what really sucks is that I look back at our older episode, like when we weren't even doing video, we were doing just audio, and us reading through it and just being like, you know, this looks like such a great thing, and then all of a sudden
it sounds like a great idea,
and then it just went downhill, and I think that from the get-go it was definitely flawed, because if you think about it, you pay $12.99 to see as many movies as you want.
It sounds like a cocaine business deal.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like somebody was like the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
Thought about it and they're like, dude, what if, hear me out, we pay like $12.99 a month, like a subscription service. You can go see as many movies as you want. And it's like,
the fans will love it.
They'll love it, dude. And then, like, we'll never, like, get rid of our fans. We love them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, guess what? You can only see one movie now. Or you can only see two movies. And then, oh, hey, by the way, now you can only do this or that.
You can't see new movies.
It's just been really sad. And, you know, you guys deserve the golden shit every time that we actually saw it today on the news, and we're like, yay!
Right.
Talk about it.
It's been a few weeks.
So that's our golden shit of the week.
And that's it for our news too.
Yeah. We did have, like I said, a lot more news to cover. We did not go see a movie this week. Both of us were like, you know what?
Let's save money this week.
And let's talk about what was out. You know,
and there was a lot to talk about.
What was the scariest stories to
tell in the dark?
We were going to see that, but honestly, like we talked about, I think last week, there was we talked about it on the phone. There's no ads for it. There was nothing that really promoted this movie. So maybe next week we can talk about how well it did, because I don't think it's going to do good in the box office.
I don't think so either. At this point, I'm thinking about waiting for it to come out to digital.
Yeah.
You know? Just because I'm kind of weary on it, even though it's like a great story.
Yeah.
But and Guillermo del Toro is behind it.
And that's the sucky part, is Guillermo del Toro doing it. It's just it doesn't make sense why they didn't put more
ads towards it.
So I want to look too. What else came?
What else came out? The Kitchen came out.
That's right. Okay.
And that was with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, and I mean that looked kind of good, but also once again, it wasn't
something
that was in the
to provoke you to go to the movies.
It's just this week was kind of like a sad week. I will say that today they're showing Jaws at 7:00 at Harkins at Chandler Fashion. So if you want an actual good movie.
Oh, speaking of which, they're bringing back The Matrix to IMAX, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the 20th anniversary, I want to say 20th anniversary. Yeah.
20 because 1999 is when it came out.
So also, well. Holy shit! It's sitting at Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 102 counts, and it's got an 80%.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, really surprising.
Wow.
The audience score is at 70%, and that's at 255. So obviously the audience is going to have a little bit more.
Yeah. And this is a PG-13 movie. People always say, "Oh, PG-13 movies can't be scary."
Exactly.
But there's Insidious, that was PG-13. I believe The Ring was PG-13.
Yep.
There's been a handful.
And all scary, but you know, in
You just can't show too much blood.
In retrospect, going back into it, it was when I was like what 15, 14 that we're seeing these movies like The Ring and those horror movies. So I mean, nowadays I feel like it's kind of aimed still for that
demographic,
tween demographic, teenager, high school kids.
Oh, totally. But also this book series came out when we were younger, so it's
exactly
us.
It is, but I'm interested to see. I usually on Reddit I'll go see the box office news, so I'm really interested to see how this does box office wise.
Yeah,
because I feel like I said, it didn't get the publicity it should have, and it just kind of has Booksmart. Syndrome, as I like to call it now.
Oh, speaking of which, the studio behind Booksmart, I believe, is Aperture. What's it called?
I believe it was A24, wasn't it?
Wasn't A20? Sorry.
We're gonna look it up because we're trying to milk the clock today because we don't have a movie, but
Annapurna.
Okay.
They did Vice.
Yeah, okay.
They're the ones that did Vice. So apparently they're going into Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me, and not because of the content of the movie, but just because they haven't been putting out ads. They probably didn't have enough money to spend on ads.
Like for Booksmart and stuff?
Yeah. No, that makes actually more sense that they didn't put it out there as much. With that, we have our Facebook page, and they offer us a $10 credit.
Yeah.
That probably is the same amount that they spent on advertising on Facebook, to be honest, other than their page.
Right.
Because you saw it sometimes with scrolling, and if you clicked on it once, it kept showing up.
Yes.
Which they've been doing with movies lately, and I'm happy about, because that got me the Art of Self-Defense and Booksmart. I saw those through Facebook. So scrolling, and I maybe it's because we run a movie channel.
That's true. It's in your interests on Facebook.
Exactly. So, but yeah.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for listening to us ramble about the news this week. I do appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am TJ Washuk.
And
I am Venom.
Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
We love you and good night.
This has been a Two Guys